There arrives a stage in life where Allah redirects your journey in a way that feels quietly transformative. A path that once seemed hidden starts to reveal itself. Difficulties that weighed you down begin to soften, and the heart discovers a calm strength it didn't realize it had been carrying all along. The shift unfolds with precision. Certain people leave, others appear at exactly the right moment, and situations that once felt impossible begin to fall into place with remarkable ease. This transition is gentle yet deeply powerful. It reshapes your thoughts, heals wounds you never spoke about, and brings clarity to questions you held for years. And as this change settles into your life, you begin to see how every trial, every delay, and every silent prayer contributed to preparing you for what Allah is now allowing to enter your story. A shift in destiny often begins in ways the heart cannot immediately recognize. Events unfold quietly, yet they carry a profound purpose that becomes clearer with each passing day. What once felt familiar starts changing its tone, guiding you toward a direction designed by Allah alone. The world around you may seem unchanged, yet within you something is being rearranged with divine precision. This is how Allah prepares a person for what lies ahead through guidance that enters subtly yet transforms powerfully. And as this process unfolds, your journey starts aligning with what was written exclusively for you. Life's path carries moments where Allah redirects your steps toward a place crafted for your growth. You may notice doors shifting, opportunities appearing, or burdens easing in ways you never expected. These changes are not by chance. Every movement is allowed by the one who knows what your heart needs before you even ask. This is not a sudden twist, but a carefully measured transition that leads you away from what could harm you and toward what will elevate you. Through this gentle redirection, Allah brings clarity that slowly replaces confusion. You begin to realize that every adjustment is part of a greater plan unfolding for your benefit. At points like these, you may feel drawn toward choices that once never crossed your mind. A sense of purpose awakens within you, inviting you to step beyond your old limits. This feeling is not your own invention. It is Allah placing conviction in your heart so you can walk toward a future shaped with His mercy. As your intentions shift, you begin to detach from what no longer supports your progress, even without fully understanding the reason. This internal movement is a sign that your destiny is evolving by divine command. And through this journey, Allah strengthens you in ways you did not know you needed. A change in destiny often arrives through people entering or leaving your life with perfect timing. Encounters occur that carry lessons, healing, or direction, even if briefly. Likewise, individuals who once occupied a large space in your story may begin to fade, making room for what Allah wishes to grant you next. These changes may feel unexpected, yet they are part of a design that leads you toward a healthier, more purposeful chapter. Allah removes what would block your rise, even if you once depended on it. And through these shifts, your heart is prepared to receive blessings reserved for a better phase of your life. This transformation may also appear in the way you perceive challenges. Hardships that once overwhelmed you begin to reveal meaning you had overlooked. You notice strength growing within you, strength born from patience, faith, and constant turning to Allah. These difficulties were never punishments. They were tools shaping your character for a greater purpose. Every struggle you endured contributed to building the emotional and spiritual foundation required for what Allah is guiding you toward. As understanding deepens, you begin to appreciate how even pain served a role in shaping your destiny. And through this insight, you move forward with renewed trust. Signs of change can appear through opportunities that emerge without your effort. Paths open where you made no attempt to seek them, and solutions arise from directions you never anticipated. These moments are reminders that Allah is not limited by the circumstances around you. He can create a way forward even in situations that seemed immovable. This kind of unexpected ease is not random. It is mercy unfolding at a time chosen by the one who manages every detail of your existence. Through these blessings, you begin to see that your destiny is not shaped by human plans but by divine wisdom. In such transitions, you may also notice a shift within your spiritual state. Acts of worship feel more meaningful, dua becomes more sincere, and your heart is drawn closer to Allah with a new depth. This spiritual awakening is not accidental. It is preparation for the next stage of your journey. Allah elevates the heart before elevating one's circumstances, ensuring that you are ready to handle the blessings placed before you. Through this inner purification, your priorities evolve, your vision expands, and your connection to Allah strengthens. This spiritual growth is itself one of the greatest gifts during moments of change. Destiny shifts can also be seen in how Allah protects you from unseen harm. You may feel disappointed by a closed door without realizing the difficulties it saved you from. Not every loss is a setback. Many are deliverances wrapped in wisdom. Allah shields you from paths that would weaken your faith or break your spirit, even if those paths once appeared attractive. This protection is a sign of His care, a reminder that what leaves your life often leaves to make room for what is better. Over time, you come to recognize that every detour was actually a safeguard arranged for your well-being. As Allah reshapes your path, you may feel an increasing sense of clarity and focus. Goals that once felt uncertain now appear within reach, and decisions become easier to make. This clarity is a gift that marks the transition into a new phase of your destiny. It is Allah enabling you to move forward with purpose, free from the doubts that once clouded your mind. With this renewed direction, you step into your future with confidence rooted not in yourself, but in the one who guides every heart. This empowerment is a powerful sign that a divine shift is already underway. All these signs come together to reveal a truth every believer eventually learns. Allah changes your story at the exact moment He knows it will benefit you most. His timing carries perfect wisdom, even if it arrives in ways you do not anticipate. Each event, each delay, each unexpected turn is part of a greater design written for your growth and protection. This understanding brings peace to the soul, reminding you that Allah does not overlook your efforts or your prayers. Once He sets a new chapter in motion, nothing can prevent it from unfolding. Life often shifts in a way that feels unexpected yet purposeful, and these changes carry a depth only Allah fully understands. You may notice familiar routines losing their meaning and new directions quietly taking shape without your deliberate planning. This adjustment is not accidental. It is Allah restructuring the pieces of your life for a greater outcome. You are gently moved away from patterns that limit you and guided toward experiences that strengthen you. Every alteration has wisdom behind it, even if its purpose is not immediately clear. Through this divine arrangement, a new chapter begins forming around you. During such transitions, opportunities you never pursued may begin to approach you. Pathways that once seemed irrelevant suddenly feel aligned with your heart and your needs. This is Allah opening doors you didn't even know to knock on, placing you exactly where growth will flourish. Even the smallest developments carry meaning, revealing that the shift is not random but guided with precision. Allah places you in circumstances designed to bring out qualities you didn't realize were within you. Through these movements, your life is quietly being prepared for something far beyond your expectations. At the same time, you may witness certain relationships changing in ways you did not anticipate. People who were once central may step back, and new connections may enter with sincerity and purpose. This rearrangement is not a loss. It is Allah refining your environment so your destiny can unfold without obstruction. He removes influence that would hinder your progress and introduces those who support your spiritual and emotional elevation. Through these changes, your heart slowly discovers a sense of direction that was previously hidden. In this process, Allah is shaping the circle around you to match the future He has written for you. Challenges may also take on a different meaning during this phase of rearrangement. What once overwhelmed you can begin to feel manageable because Allah is strengthening your inner resilience. Hardships serve as training for greater blessings, teaching patience, humility, and reliance upon Him alone. These tests are not designed to break you, but to elevate you to a level where you can handle what Allah intends to place in your care. Through every struggle, you are being equipped with qualities that prepare you for a more meaningful chapter. This growth is one of the clearest signs that a divine arrangement is taking shape. Your priorities may begin to shift as well, guiding you away from distractions and toward what truly benefits your heart and soul. Desires you once chased lose their attraction, replaced by values that bring long-term peace. This transformation is Allah refining your focus so you can recognize what holds real worth. It becomes easier to let go of what drains you and easier to commit to what uplifts you. Through this recalibration, your heart aligns more closely with the purpose Allah has selected for you. These changes are among the most powerful indicators that He is rearranging your life for something greater. As the transition continues, clarity may slowly replace confusion. Questions that troubled you for years begin to find answers, not through sudden revelations, but through a sequence of events that lead your heart to understanding. This clarity is a gift from Allah, helping you recognize your path with confidence and gratitude. It brings insight into why certain things unfolded the way they did and how each piece contributes to a larger picture. Through this newfound perspective, your steps become firmer and more intentional. This inner certainty is a sign that Allah is guiding you into the next phase of your destiny. You may also feel a renewed connection with your faith during this rearrangement. Worship becomes more heartfelt, dua becomes more urgent, and remembrance of Allah brings a deeper sense of comfort. This spiritual awakening is not a coincidence. It is preparation. Allah brings you closer to Him before He brings major blessings into your life, ensuring your heart remains grounded and grateful. The closeness you feel becomes a source of strength, allowing you to face change with trust rather than fear. Through this spiritual enrichment, Allah prepares you internally for the external blessings He is shaping for you. Another sign of divine rearrangement appears through protection from paths that would harm you. You may feel disappointment in certain outcomes without realizing that they saved you from greater difficulties. Allah's mercy is found in what He withholds just as much as in what He gives. What does not work out often carries hidden protection, redirecting you toward what is safer and more fulfilling. Over time, you begin to see how the closed doors were actually blessings in disguise. Through this protection, Allah ensures you remain aligned with what will uplift your faith and your future. Ease may begin to enter areas of your life that once felt heavy and complicated. Tasks become smoother, decisions feel more natural, and support appears at moments you least expect. This ease is a sign that Allah is clearing the path ahead of you. It reflects His mercy and His promise to assist those who depend on Him. Every step that feels lighter is a reminder that you are being guided toward a greater purpose. This gentle unfolding of ease confirms that the rearrangement is not only happening, but happening with divine favor surrounding it. All these changes form a beautiful truth. Allah rearranges your life only to elevate you. Every shift, every pause, every unexpected turn is part of a plan built on His infinite wisdom. He takes you away from what could break you and directs you toward what will strengthen you. He replaces confusion with direction, fear with hope, and loss with blessings tailored to your soul. Through this divine orchestration, your life becomes aligned with something far better than what you imagine. And once Allah sets this greater plan into motion, nothing can prevent it from unfolding in your favor. A closed door often feels like a setback, yet it carries a wisdom that only Allah can fully comprehend. What appears to be a denial may actually be protection from difficulty that would have weakened your heart. You may feel as though an opportunity has slipped away, but in truth, Allah is redirecting you towards something safer and more meaningful. Every barrier has a reason, even when that reason is hidden from your understanding. Through this redirection, Allah safeguards your journey from unseen harm. This protection is one of the earliest signs that mercy is already unfolding. You may question why your efforts failed despite sincerity and hard work. The inability to move forward is not always a reflection of your capability. It is often Allah's way of steering you toward a path better suited for your future. A door closing today may be saving you from emotional burden, spiritual compromise, or loss you could not foresee. Allah knows the reality behind every situation, and His decision is built upon wisdom far beyond what the human heart can grasp. Through this unseen guidance, He ensures that your journey remains aligned with what benefits you in the long run. The pain of a closed door can soften your heart and draw you closer to Allah in ways success never could. It pushes you toward reflection, dua, and reliance, allowing your faith to strengthen in the process. These moments refine your character, cultivate humility, and reshape your priorities. Through this spiritual growth, you begin to recognize that setbacks are not rejections but invitations to deepen your connection with your Creator. Allah uses these experiences to elevate you, ensuring that your heart matures before the blessing is delivered. This inner strengthening is itself a mercy. Closed doors can also reveal who truly supports you and who does not. As you face challenges, some individuals distance themselves while others stand by you with sincerity and compassion. This separation is part of Allah's plan, clearing away influences that would hinder your progress. He removes people who would block your rise and introduces those who contribute to your healing and growth. What feels like loss is often preparation, making space for healthier, more meaningful relationships. Through this refining process, Allah surrounds you with support that complements your destiny. When Allah closes a door, He often replaces it with opportunities far greater than what you initially sought. These new paths may appear unexpectedly, carrying blessings that surpass your previous aspirations. You begin to see how beautifully Allah arranges each step, ensuring that every gift reaches you at the most suitable moment. What once felt like an obstacle now becomes a bridge leading you towards something more fulfilling. Through this unfolding, you realize that Allah's plan is far more generous than your own. His mercy becomes evident as new possibilities open with ease. In the midst of disappointment, you may not recognize how Allah is preparing the foundation for future blessings. A delay could be giving you time to develop skills, strengthen your faith, or refine your intentions. These preparations are essential for the responsibilities that accompany greater opportunities. Without this period of growth, you might not be ready to handle the blessings that Allah wishes to grant you. Through these hidden preparations, your heart becomes capable of receiving more than you once imagined. This development is part of His mercy shaping your destiny. Closed doors often bring clarity about what truly matters. They help you detach from temporary pursuits and turn your attention toward what brings lasting peace. Through these shifts, you begin to value your relationship with Allah above worldly achievements. This clarity transforms the way you approach life, replacing frustration with purpose. You start to see your journey as a series of divinely guided steps rather than random events. This perspective brings comfort, reminding you that Allah is the best planner. His mercy is reflected in every direction He guides you toward. Another sign of mercy within closed doors is the way Allah removes you from harm that you were unaware of. A situation may look appealing from the outside while hiding challenges that would have burdened your heart. Allah, in His kindness, blocks access to what would damage your well-being. The disappointment you feel today may protect you from regret in the future. Over time, you come to appreciate the wisdom behind every detour. Through this protection, Allah shields you from outcomes that would delay your spiritual or emotional growth. As your journey unfolds, Allah may open new paths with ease that contrast sharply with previous obstacles. The shift in momentum becomes a clear indication that the rearrangement was guided by divine mercy. Where struggle once existed, opportunities now appear naturally as though they were waiting for the right moment. This sudden ease is a sign that Allah has granted permission for your story to progress. Every smooth step reflects His compassion, showing that the earlier closure was only to guide you towards something far better. In reflection, you come to understand that every closed door was a step toward a blessing you could not have anticipated. Allah does not restrict you out of harshness, He redirects you out of care. He withholds only to replace with something more suitable, more beautiful, and more beneficial for your faith and your future. Through this realization, your heart gains peace, trusting that Allah never denies without purpose. His mercy surrounds every decision He makes for you, including the ones you initially misunderstood. A shift within you can begin long before you recognize it. The heart starts responding differently to things that once held your attention, guiding you gently toward a deeper purpose. This inner movement carries wisdom from Allah, shaping your thoughts with subtle influence. You may not fully understand why your preferences change, but the transformation is already underway. Bit by bit, what no longer serves your growth loses its hold. Through this quiet process, Allah readies you for what lies ahead. New insights start forming in ways that surprise you. Ideas enter your mind with clarity you didn't expect, helping you see your life from a healthier perspective. Burdens that once consumed you begin to lose their weight, replaced by thoughts that empower you. This mental shift is a sign that Allah is preparing your heart for a more meaningful stage of your journey. Each new realization carries a lesson that strengthens your character. Through this unfolding awareness, your outlook begins to rise. Your emotional responses may also evolve without warning. Situations that once upset you no longer affect you with the same intensity. The heart becomes more patient, more composed, more resilient, as though Allah is softening it for blessings that require maturity. What once triggered frustration now invites reflection, allowing you to grow through wisdom rather than reaction. These emotional refinements indicate that a new chapter is drawing near. Allah nurtures your strength long before He reveals the change He has written for you. Another sign of this subtle preparation is a shift in your desires. Goals that once seemed important may fade, replaced by aspirations that reflect your higher values. This transition is intentional, steering your energy toward what truly benefits you. You may feel drawn to pursuits that bring peace rather than pressure, sincerity rather than praise. Allah redirects your heart toward priorities that support your future growth. Through this quiet redirection, you begin seeking what nourishes your soul. Certain habits start falling away naturally, even without strict effort. You may find yourself distancing from behavior that drains your spiritual or emotional energy. This is part of Allah's mercy, helping you detach from patterns that would hold you back. The transformation happens gently, allowing you to grow without overwhelming yourself. Each step away from old habits brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. These changes are seeds of a new chapter taking shape. Your relationship with Allah may deepen during this silent transformation. Worship feels more heartfelt, and your du'as carry a sincerity that lifts your spirit. You may feel compelled to turn to Allah in ways you previously overlooked. This connection is not accidental. It is preparation for what He intends to place in your life. The closer you grow to Him, the more aligned your heart becomes with His plan. Through this spiritual awakening, your soul gains strength for the chapter ahead. You might also experience a growing sense of peace, even in situations that once caused anxiety. This calmness is a gift from Allah, reassuring you that He is guiding your path. It creates space within your heart for clarity and gratitude to flourish. The ease you feel is a sign that your inner world is being refined. As this peace settles within you, you learn to trust Allah more deeply. His guidance begins shaping your emotional landscape with quiet precision. A silent change can also be seen through patience that develops almost effortlessly. You're able to wait, endure, and persevere with a maturity you didn't have before. This patience is not forced. It is Allah placing tranquility within your heart. Challenges no longer break you the way they once did. Instead, you navigate them with understanding and trust. Through this patience, you become ready to receive blessings that require stability and composure. As your heart evolves, you may notice a stronger desire to seek knowledge and grow in understanding. This yearning is a sign that Allah is opening doors toward wisdom that will support your future. You feel drawn to beneficial reminders, meaningful conversations, and insights that enrich your soul. This thirst for learning is not coincidental. It prepares you to navigate your next chapter with strength. Through this desire, Allah equips you with tools for spiritual and emotional success. A quiet transformation may also appear in the way you handle disappointment. Instead of collapsing into despair, you rise with a sense of trust that something better is unfolding. This resilience is built by Allah, shaping you to handle future blessings responsibly. Disappointment becomes a stepping stone rather than a barrier. You start realizing that Allah never denies without purpose. Through this inner strength, your perspective matures. Your focus becomes sharper during this transition, allowing you to recognize opportunities that once went unnoticed. Your mind becomes clearer and distractions lose their grip. This clarity is a sign that Allah is removing obstacles from your field of vision. He is granting you the ability to see what aligns with your growth. Through this newfound focus, your steps become more intentional. This precision is part of His preparation for your new chapter. You may also find that certain fears begin to diminish. Worries that once governed your choices lose their power as your trust in Allah strengthens. This courage is not self-made. It is a mercy from the one who knows your limits and your potential. Fear is replaced with quiet confidence, allowing you to move forward with purpose. Through this growing courage, Allah prepares you to embrace changes without hesitation. Your heart learns to rely on Him fully. During this shift, you might notice that gratitude becomes easier to express. Even small blessings feel significant, filling your heart with appreciation. This gratitude opens the door to even more goodness, as Allah promises increase to those who thank Him. The habit of noticing blessings strengthens your sense of contentment. Through gratitude, Allah softens your heart for greater gifts. This transformation enriches your spiritual outlook. Your interactions with others may take on a gentler tone as well. You speak with more kindness, respond with more empathy, and forgive with more willingness. This growth reflects the way Allah is shaping your character for what lies ahead. A new chapter often requires a refined heart, capable of compassion and understanding. The softness you develop becomes part of your strength. Through these changes, Allah builds a personality worthy of His blessings. You may feel drawn towards solitude not out of isolation but reflection. This is a period where your inner world needs space to breathe and reorganize. Allah allows the heart to settle away from noise so it can hear the guidance He inspires within it. These quiet moments help you process emotions and realign your values. Through reflection, you gain understanding that supports your next steps. This inward journey becomes a bridge to your new chapter. Your standards begin to rise during this transformation. You expect more from yourself and seek environments that uplift your faith. This shift is Allah elevating your mindset, preparing you to receive blessings that require responsibility and commitment. You no longer settle for what compromises your peace. Through this elevation, Allah refines your path with precision. You grow into a version of yourself that can carry greater purpose. You may notice old wounds healing in ways you did not anticipate. Allah mends the heart gradually, allowing you to release pain that once overshadowed your vision. This healing is essential for embracing a future free from the weight of the past. As emotional scars fade, hope begins to take their place. Through this healing, Allah prepares you to walk into your next chapter with strength and clarity. Your heart becomes more capable of welcoming joy. Your decisions become more aligned with values rather than impulses. Choices are guided by wisdom and faith instead of pressure or fear. This disciplined heart is shaped by Allah, allowing you to build a foundation that supports meaningful progress. You begin to recognize the long-term impact of your actions. Through this maturity, Allah prepares you for responsibilities associated with new blessings. Your choices reflect your evolving purpose. During this transformation, you may feel that certain routines no longer fulfill you. This is Allah prompting you to explore deeper callings within your life. He guides you away from comfort zones that no longer contribute to your growth. This transition encourages self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Through curiosity and reflection, you uncover strengths you did not know you had. These discoveries prepare you for new opportunities. As this silent change continues, you begin to sense that something greater is unfolding. You may not know its shape, but your heart feels ready to embrace it. This readiness is a gift from Allah, signaling that the foundation has been built. Everything you have endured, learned, and grown through becomes part of your preparation. Through this divine preparation, your new chapter approaches with purpose and mercy. And as you move forward, you realize that Allah was shaping you long before the change appeared. Each shift within you was part of His plan to strengthen your faith, refine your character, and prepare you for blessings written with perfect wisdom. This understanding brings peace, reminding you that nothing He arranges is without benefit. Through this silent transformation, your story moves closer to the chapter designed specifically for your upliftment. Being placed by Allah into the right position often starts with a quiet shift in your heart. You begin to feel drawn toward directions that once held no meaning for you. This attraction is not random. It is Allah guiding your steps with precision only He can fulfill. Even if you are unsure of the journey ahead, a sense of alignment begins forming within your soul. You may feel an inner nudge to move, grow, or begin again. Through this gentle pull, Allah positions you exactly where your growth can flourish. Unexpected changes in your surroundings may unfold as part of this divine placement. Situations alter, routines adjust, and doors open that lead you into new phases of your life. Every shift is intentional, even if it appears subtle at first. Allah restructures the environment around you in ways that prepare you for what He intends to grant. These adjustments clear your path of factors that would hinder your progress. Through this arrangement, you are guided step by step to the place meant for you. Allah may also guide you through challenges that redirect your focus. Hardships can push you away from what drains you and toward what strengthens you. These tests refine your inner character, shaping your resilience and deepening your reliance on Allah alone. What feels like a trial becomes a bridge leading toward purpose. You begin to see how difficulty awakens qualities within you that ease never could. Through these challenges, Allah ensures you possess the strength required for the place He is guiding you to. Encounters with certain people can play a crucial role in your journey. Some individuals are placed in your life to inspire you, guide you, or support you. Even if only briefly, others depart because their role in your story has reached its end. Allah permits each connection according to the wisdom of your destiny. Every arrival and departure carries purpose, shaping the character and clarity needed for your next step. Through these interactions, you are positioned closer to what Allah has written for you. Your heart may also experience a shift in values as you are prepared for divine placement. Worldly pursuits lose their grip, while meaningful intentions rise in importance. This transformation is crafted by Allah to align your inner world with the blessings He is preparing for you. You start prioritizing purpose over popularity, sincerity over illusion, and gratitude over comparison. Through this refinement, Allah elevates your mindset so you can honor the position He places you in. New opportunities may begin appearing at a pace that surprises you. They unfold with a sense of ease that reassures you they are meant for you. Allah opens pathways that require no force, proving that what is written for you will never miss you. These opportunities reflect the care of the one who knows what your heart needs before you do. Through each open door, Allah leads you closer to His intended plan. This momentum signals that your placement is nearing. At certain points, clarity enters your heart in a way that settles all confusion. Decisions feel more natural and uncertainty begins to fade. This clarity is not self-generated, it is Allah's gift, guiding you with insight that comes from Him alone. Understanding becomes sharper and your choices become more aligned with wisdom. Through this clarity, Allah directs your steps with kindness. You begin to trust the journey more deeply. You may notice a renewed sense of purpose rising within you. Dreams you once ignored now feel possible, and abilities you doubted begin to surface. Allah awakens your potential at the exact time you need it, ensuring you are prepared for what He places before you. This awakening is a sign that He is ready to move you into a chapter that requires your strengths. Through this inner upliftment, your confidence becomes anchored in Him. One of the signs that you are being placed where you need to be is the emergence of unexpected support. Help arrives from sources you never anticipated, and solutions appear just when you need them. Allah sends assistance through people, situations, and even ideas that facilitate your progress. This support is a reminder that you are not walking alone. Through these provisions, Allah affirms that the path you are on is the one He has chosen for you. Your patience becomes a powerful companion during this transition. You learn to endure delays without losing hope, trusting that Allah's timing is more perfect than your plans. Patience shapes your character and strengthens your reliance on Allah. It prepares your heart to receive blessings responsibly and with gratitude. Through this cultivated patience, Allah readies you for the position meant for you. Your soul grows in endurance. A sense of peace may enter your heart even before your circumstances change. This peace is a sign that Allah has already written ease into your future. You feel comforted by the knowledge that He is guiding you, even if the path is not entirely visible. This reassurance helps you remain steadfast through uncertainty. As this peace grows, your trust in Allah becomes deeper and more sincere. It signals that placement is near. Your priorities naturally shift toward what pleases Allah. Acts of worship hold more meaning, and your heart feels drawn to righteousness. This spiritual awakening is one of the greatest signs of divine placement. Allah is shaping your heart to match the blessings He is preparing. Your inner world becomes more aligned with His guidance. Through this transformation, your soul becomes ready to carry responsibility with humility. Often, the place Allah brings you to is one you never expected. It may look different from what you planned, but it carries blessings beyond anything you imagine. Allah's placement is based on His knowledge of your future, your needs, and your capabilities. He positions you where your faith can grow and your heart can find peace. Through this unexpected direction, Allah shows that His wisdom surpasses all human planning. You realize that His choice was always the best. You may recognize newfound strength within yourself, enabling you to overcome challenges that once felt overwhelming. This strength is placed in your heart by Allah, not by your own doing. It is preparation for the responsibilities He will entrust to you. Your endurance becomes a reflection of His support. Through this empowerment, Allah ensures that when He places you in your new chapter, you stand firm. You move with confidence rooted in faith. Blessings may begin flowing in ways that feel abundant and precise. These gifts are not coincidences, they are signs that Allah's favor is accompanying you. Each blessing arrives in perfect measure, supporting your journey and easing your steps. You start to recognize how compassionately Allah provides. Through these blessings, He reassures your heart that His plan is unfolding beautifully. You feel held by His mercy. You may feel pushed away from environments that no longer support your spiritual or emotional well-being. This removal is not a loss, it is protection. Allah pulls you away from places that would prevent your growth. Even if the transition feels uncomfortable, it is ultimately a rescue. Through this redirection, Allah safeguards your heart. He leads you into spaces that nurture your faith and potential. Your resilience becomes more visible during this shift. You recover from setbacks faster, and you handle challenges with newfound perspective. This resilience is shaped by Allah to prepare you for a greater role. It is evidence that He has written strength into your soul. Through resilience, Allah equips you to navigate the responsibilities that accompany your placement. You grow in maturity and grace. Your dua becomes deeper and more heartfelt. You call upon Allah with sincerity, not out of desperation but connection. This closeness is an essential part of your preparation. Allah brings you near to Him before He brings blessings near to you. The more you turn to Him, the clearer your path becomes. Through this connection, your heart becomes anchored in His will. Dua shapes your new chapter. You begin to recognize wisdom in experiences that once confused you. Pains that once burdened your heart now appear as stepping stones. Allah reveals meaning at the exact moment you are ready to understand it. This understanding brings light to your journey and strengthens your trust. Through this insight, you see how every experience guided you to where you stand. Allah's wisdom becomes undeniable. You arrive at the position Allah has chosen for you, not by force, but by guidance. Every step, every test, every small victory carried you to this point. You look at your journey and realize it could never have been arranged by human planning. Allah placed you in the exact space where your heart can thrive, your faith can grow, and your purpose can unfold. Through His placement, you enter a chapter filled with meaning, mercy, and hope. And as your new chapter begins, you understand that Allah never misplaces His servants. His plan is always the most perfect, the most protective, and the most loving. Your path unfolds exactly as He decrees, and every step is guided with wisdom beyond comprehension. Through this realization, your heart rests in certainty. Allah has placed you exactly where you need to be. A deep test can shake the foundations of your heart, yet within that hardship lies a hidden opening that only Allah can reveal. The difficulty pushes you to examine yourself in ways you never would have without the pressure of the trial. It forces growth that ease could never produce. What feels like a breaking point is often the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Through the weight of the test, Allah prepares you for blessings you cannot see yet. The pain becomes a teacher guiding you toward transformation. Hardship often strips away illusions, showing you what truly matters. You begin to recognize the weaknesses you must overcome and the strength you didn't know you carried. This clarity is a gift placed inside adversity, allowing you to see your life with fresh understanding. Through difficulty, your heart becomes more honest with itself. You start realizing which paths lead to peace and which lead you away from it. This new honesty is one of the earliest forms of breakthrough. Tests also expose the limits of relying on people, pushing you to depend more deeply on Allah. Those you expected support from may step back, while sources you never imagined may carry you gently forward. This shift teaches you that the one who never leaves you is the true foundation of your strength. As your reliance on Allah grows, your heart becomes more stable. This stability becomes a doorway to blessings reserved for those who trust wholeheartedly. Through this dependence, a breakthrough begins forming within you. Your dua becomes more heartfelt during deep tests. Words flow from a place of sincerity that only pain can access. You no longer ask casually, you ask with your entire being. This level of devotion is powerful, and Allah never ignores the supplication made from a heart humbled by hardship. The test shapes the depth of your prayer in ways comfort cannot. Through this sincerity, Allah prepares the answer long before you receive it. The breakthrough begins in the unseen. Patience becomes one of your greatest weapons during your struggle. You learn to endure without losing hope, trusting that Allah's timing carries wisdom. This patience strengthens your character, making you capable of holding blessings that require emotional maturity. You begin to understand that growth does not happen in comfort, but in perseverance. Through this endurance, Allah elevates you. Your breakthrough is often born from this unwavering patience. As your test deepens, old habits may fall away naturally. You begin distancing yourself from distractions that once consumed your time and energy. Hardship pushes you to prioritize your spiritual well-being. You discover which actions bring your heart closer to Allah and which lead you astray. This purification is essential for the breakthrough to unfold. Through this cleansing, Allah prepares your heart to receive what was meant for you. Transformation starts quietly within. A deep test can open your heart to compassion in unexpected ways. You become more sensitive to the struggles of others, more aware of their pain, and more willing to extend kindness. Hardship softens the heart, making it gentle where it was once rigid. This compassion is a sign of spiritual maturity. Through it, Allah enriches your character. The breakthrough hidden behind your test often begins with the heart becoming more merciful. You may notice your priorities shifting as the test continues. Things you once feared losing no longer hold the same weight. You begin valuing inner peace over outward success, sincerity over approval, and faith over fleeting comforts. This shift in priorities is Allah guiding you toward what truly enriches your soul. Through this reordering, He steers you toward a future built on meaning. The breakthrough forms as your heart realigns. Hardship reveals the strength Allah placed inside you. You may discover resilience you never believed you possessed. The ability to stand, even with trembling legs, becomes evidence that Allah is holding you through the storm. This inner strength grows with every challenge you overcome. It shapes you into a person capable of handling greater responsibilities. Through this empowerment, your breakthrough becomes unavoidable. Challenges may break your dependence on worldly outcomes, turning your hope entirely toward Allah. This detachment allows you to experience a level of spiritual freedom that many never reach. You begin trusting Allah's plan even when you do not understand it. This trust becomes a shield protecting your heart from despair. Through this surrender, Allah guides you into the breakthrough concealed within your struggle. His plan begins unveiling piece by piece. You may experience moments where your heart feels strangely calm despite the chaos surrounding you. This calmness is not accidental. It is Allah strengthening you from within. It is a sign that the test is shaping your spiritual maturity. This inner peace is often a precursor to major blessings. Through this tranquility, you recognize that Allah has not abandoned you for even a moment. The breakthrough draws closer. During hardship, you may gain insights about yourself that reshape your identity. You begin noticing patterns of behavior you need to change and strengths you need to develop. These insights refine your character and prepare you for new opportunities. The test becomes a mirror, reflecting both your shortcomings and your potential. Through this self-awareness, you grow in ways you never would have otherwise. The breakthrough is crafted through this growth. The test may force you to break ties with people or environments that hinder your spiritual progress. Though painful, this separation protects you from deeper wounds. Allah removes what blocks your elevation, even if your heart struggles to accept it. Through these endings, He is clearing space for blessings that cannot coexist with what harms you. This removal is part of your breakthrough. It is mercy disguised as loss. Your worship may take on a deeper meaning during this period. Every prayer becomes a lifeline, every recitation brings comfort, and every remembrance brings clarity. You begin experiencing closeness to Allah that transforms your heart. This connection is one of the greatest gifts hidden within hardship. Through it, your spirituality becomes anchored. This anchored heart is essential for receiving your breakthrough. Tests teach you to recognize which paths are truly written for you. You begin seeing signs that guide your steps and protect you from misdirection. Allah illuminates the route meant for your growth through subtle cues that speak directly to your soul. This guidance is a miracle many overlook. Through this illumination, you are steered away from harm. Your breakthrough lies on the path He reveals to you. Hardship may reveal the sincerity of your intentions. It shows whether you act for Allah or for the approval of people. Through this test, your intentions are purified, making your deeds more meaningful and accepted. Allah loves a heart that acts for Him alone. Through this purification, your breakthrough becomes spiritually anchored. A sincere heart is worthy of divine gifts. You may find yourself drawn to acts of kindness during your test. Helping others becomes a source of healing for your own wounds. This compassion opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. Allah elevates those who uplift others, especially during their own hardship. Through generosity and kindness, blessings are written for you. Part of your breakthrough is tied to the goodness you spread. Tests reveal that reliance on the world is fragile, but reliance on Allah is unshakable. You learn that true peace comes only through trusting His decree. This trust frees you from fear of the unknown. Through this liberation, you become ready to receive the blessings that once seemed distant. The breakthrough is born from this deep trust. Allah never disappoints the heart that depends on Him. Often the breakthrough arrives after the test reaches its peak. When you feel you cannot carry the burden any longer, Allah lifts it with wisdom and mercy. This relief comes at the most perfect time, reshaping your heart forever. You realize how every difficulty was part of your preparation. Through this relief, the blessing becomes even more meaningful. The breakthrough replaces the heaviness with gratitude. You look back and understand that every tear, every struggle, and every moment of fear was guiding you towards something extraordinary. Allah was never punishing you. He was shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you. The breakthrough hidden behind your deepest test becomes clear and you realize it was always written for your upliftment. Through this understanding, your heart bows in gratitude to the one who never abandoned you. Life often begins to shift in a way that feels carefully arranged, even though you cannot fully understand how. Small events start connecting with one another, forming a pattern that brings ease to your heart. What once felt uncertain begins to take shape with remarkable clarity. These aligned circumstances are not coincidences but part of Allah's gentle guidance. He prepares your path in ways you do not immediately notice. Through these subtle movements, blessings begin unfolding. You may find that opportunities appear at precisely the right moment, neither too early nor too late. Tasks you feared become manageable, and obstacles that stood firm begin to weaken. This coordination reflects Allah's perfect timing. He knows exactly when your heart is ready, when your patience has matured, and when your gratitude can hold the blessings properly. Every step forward is arranged with wisdom only. He controls. These alignments guide you toward a path built specially for your growth. Encounters with certain people may unexpectedly support your progress. A single conversation can bring clarity, a small act of kindness can restore hope, and a new connection may lead you to doors you never anticipated. These individuals serve a purpose in Allah's design for your journey. They appear not by accident but by divine arrangement. Through them, Allah delivers help in the most precise manner. Their presence becomes part of the alignment shaping your path. Circumstances may shift in your favor during times that appear outwardly difficult. What seems like a setback becomes a bridge to something greater. Challenges that once held you back may lose their influence, allowing you to move ahead with strength. Allah removes what blocks your rise, even when you do not recognize it at first. This removal becomes a blessing that directs you towards safer terrain. Through these shifts, Allah secures your journey with mercy. You might notice that certain desires begin to fade while new aspirations take root. This transformation is Allah molding your heart so you pursue what aligns with His wisdom. Former goals may no longer satisfy you, and new ambitions may inspire your spirit. This change in direction is a sign of divine alignment. Your heart becomes attracted to paths that elevate you. Through this shift, Allah steers you toward outcomes written exclusively for you. Tasks that once felt overwhelming may suddenly feel lighter. You begin handling responsibilities with increased clarity and confidence. This newfound ease is Allah strengthening you internally to match the opportunities He is bringing your way. You become more capable, more focused, and more grounded. This inner transformation allows you to walk into blessings with stability. Through this empowerment, your circumstances align naturally. Situations that appear unrelated may begin connecting in meaningful ways. A decision made long ago may lead you to an unexpected benefit today. An old experience may prepare you for a new challenge with surprising accuracy. Allah weaves these threads together with perfection. Nothing is random in His design. Through these connections, your life becomes a tapestry crafted by the one who knows the unseen. His arrangement brings harmony to your path. You may experience an increasing sense of direction without knowing exactly why. Your intuition strengthens, your choices feel clearer, and your thoughts align with values that uplift your soul. This inner alignment reflects Allah guiding you through inspiration. He places thoughts within your heart that illuminate the next step. This clarity is a sign that your journey is synchronizing with your purpose. Through this insight, you move forward peacefully. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable may suddenly move aside with unexpected ease. Doors open in ways you never imagined, and burdens lighten without clear explanation. These changes reflect Allah's ability to shift circumstances effortlessly. What felt immovable becomes simple when He wills it. Your path becomes smoother and your heart finds relief. Through these changes, Allah demonstrates His power and care. You might find that certain disappointments lead you to better opportunities. What felt like loss becomes the very reason you discover something greater. Allah closes one path only to redirect you to a more beneficial one. This transition reveals that His planning is always superior to your own. Disappointment transforms into gratitude as the wisdom unfolds. Through these redirections, circumstances fall into place perfectly. Your patience plays a central role in allowing these alignments to take shape. As you endure challenges with trust, Allah arranges relief in ways that honor your perseverance. Your endurance becomes a reason for blessings to reach you. Every moment of patience is recorded with precision. Through your steadfastness, Allah aligns outcomes that reward your trust. These outcomes testify to His mercy. You may experience help arriving from unexpected directions. Solutions emerge from places you never sought, and support appears through individuals you barely knew. This assistance is a sign that Allah controls all hearts and all means. He sends help exactly when you need it, in the form most suitable for you. Through these provisions, He shows you that nothing can stop His plan. Your reliance on Him deepens. As your circumstances align, you may notice your gratitude increasing naturally. You begin recognizing the blessings around you with greater awareness. Even small acts of goodness feel significant. This gratitude opens the door to even more ease. Allah promises increase to the thankful heart, and He fulfills His promise with generosity. Through gratitude, your blessings expand, your heart becomes more receptive to His gifts. You may feel a growing detachment from things that once overwhelmed you. Stress softens, fear weakens, and your heart rests more comfortably in Allah's plan. This emotional lift is part of the alignment He orchestrates. As negativity fades, you become more capable of embracing new opportunities. Through this inner peace, He prepares you to receive what He has arranged. Your spirit becomes lighter and more hopeful. Your worship becomes more meaningful during this alignment. Each prayer feels like a step forward. Each dua carries depth, and each remembrance brings clarity. The spiritual elevation is intentional. Allah strengthens your connection with Him before He strengthens your worldly circumstances. This connection anchors your heart so you can handle blessings with responsibility. Through worship, your path becomes firmly guided. Life around you may seem chaotic, yet your progress remains steady. This contrast reveals Allah's involvement in your journey. Even in confusion, He arranges your affairs with accuracy. He protects you from harm, shields you from misdirection, and secures your steps. Through this divine care, you advance even when conditions seem unfavorable. His protection becomes your unseen shield. Certain challenges may abruptly end, leaving space for new possibilities. This relief is a sign that Allah has decided your test has served its purpose. He removes hardship at the perfect stage, allowing your heart to breathe again. The shift brings hope that something greater is approaching. Through this timely relief, Allah opens pathways you once believed were inaccessible. Your life begins to brighten. Your character evolves alongside these alignments. Patience grows, gratitude deepens, and compassion strengthens. This refined character prepares you to receive blessings gracefully. Allah fashions your personality to match the destiny He is shaping. Through this growth, you become equipped for responsibilities that accompany new phases. Your improved character becomes part of the blessing itself. As circumstances continue aligning, you may realize that every step was part of a carefully written script. Even the difficulties carried meaning, and the delays held wisdom. Each experience served a role in shaping your journey. Allah was arranging everything, even when you felt uncertain. Through this understanding, your trust in Him becomes unshakable. You see how perfectly Allah orchestrated every detail. Nothing was accidental, nothing was wasted, and nothing was misdirected. Every turn, every test, every moment of hope or pain was positioning you for what He had written. Through these alignments, Allah shows His mercy in ways words cannot capture. Your heart recognizes His kindness, and you embrace the truth that He always knew what was best for you. A new phase in life often begins with a shift inside your heart before any outward sign appears. You may sense a change in direction, even if you cannot describe it clearly. Your soul starts leaning toward growth, healing, and transformation in ways that surprise you. This inner pull is Allah's gentle way of preparing you for what lies ahead. You begin noticing a new strength rising within. This quiet beginning is a sign that your story is unfolding into something meaningful. Paths that once held no appeal may suddenly feel important. You find yourself drawn to actions that uplift your spirit and create purpose. These inclinations are not random. They are signals that Allah is guiding you toward a new chapter. Your focus sharpens, and you begin investing your attention into healthier pursuits. Old distractions lose their charm as deeper goals take priority. This transition marks the early stages of renewal. New clarity enters your mind, allowing you to understand situations that previously felt confusing. Thoughts become organized, and decisions feel more natural. You recognize the difference between what benefits your soul and what burdens it. This clarity is Allah illuminating your perspective so you can move ahead with wisdom. As confusion fades, confidence grows. With this insight, your story begins shifting toward progress. You may feel compelled to leave behind certain habits, routines, or environments, not out of frustration, but because they no longer match who you are becoming. Allah gently detaches you from what limits your potential. You realize that to embrace the new, you must release the old. This release happens gradually, allowing your heart to adjust with grace. Through this transition, space is created for better things to enter. Your emotional reactions may change in ways you didn't anticipate. Challenges no longer overwhelm you the way they once did. You begin responding with more patience, restraint, and understanding. This emotional growth reflects Allah strengthening your character for the phase ahead. He builds your maturity before He builds your future. Each improved reaction is a sign that development has begun within. Encounters with new people may play a vital role in your transformation. Allah sends individuals who carry guidance, support, or inspiration aligned with your next chapter. Their presence feels timely and meaningful. They help you see possibilities you once overlooked. These connections are part of the divine arrangement that ushers you into a brighter phase of your journey. Their influence becomes a stepping stone toward renewal. Some relationships may fade gently, creating openings for healthier interactions. The departure is not always painful. Sometimes it brings relief. Allah removes what could block your elevation and replaces it with companions who nurture your growth. This adjustment is a sign that your story is moving toward a better environment. Through these changes, Allah protects your progress. The shift in relationships reveals His wisdom. Your heart might develop a deeper longing for spiritual growth. Worship feels different. Your du'as gain sincerity, and your connection with Allah becomes more personal. This spiritual awakening is a hallmark of entering a new phase. Allah strengthens your bond with Him before entrusting you with new blessings. The closer you draw to Him, the clearer your path becomes. This closeness shapes your entire future. You may notice solutions emerging in areas where you once felt stuck. Matters begin resolving with ease, and progress starts appearing unexpectedly. This shift is Allah clearing obstacles that once hindered you. When He wants your story to move forward, He removes the barriers one by one. This unfolding ease shows that your chapter is turning. Relief signals the arrival of divine intervention. Ideas and inspiration begin flowing into your mind more frequently. You feel motivated to start new projects, set new goals, or explore new opportunities. This creativity is Allah unlocking potential within you that had been dormant. He breathes purpose into your heart so you can embrace the blessings He is preparing. These inspired thoughts mark the beginning of your elevation. The spark within you is part of the new phase. Your patience deepens in ways you did not expect. Waiting no longer feels like suffering, it feels like preparation. You recognize the wisdom in Allah's timing and trust that He knows what you cannot yet see. This maturity is essential for stepping into a new chapter. Through patience, your heart becomes calm and focused. It becomes ready for the blessings ahead. A sense of resilience grows within you. Difficulties that once shattered your confidence now strengthen it. You discover the ability to rise after setbacks with renewed determination. This resilience is Allah equipping you for responsibilities that require emotional strength. Through this inner empowerment, you become capable of handling what lies ahead. The transformation of your strength reveals a new phase unfolding. You may begin receiving unexpected signs that affirm your decisions. Things line up easily, opportunities align smoothly, and your heart feels guided with clarity. These signs are Allah showing you that you are moving in the right direction. The ease is not accidental. It is encouragement from your Creator. Through these signs, your confidence grows without arrogance. Your steps become more purposeful. Your priorities shift in powerful ways. What once mattered deeply now feels less significant, while new values gain importance. You begin choosing sincerity over approval, humility over pride, and faith over fear. This shift indicates Allah refining your heart. Through these inner changes, you become prepared to receive blessings that require maturity and responsibility. The elevation of your priorities is a sign of divine preparation. You might experience a desire to improve your character and behavior. You become more mindful of your words, more careful with your actions, and more thoughtful in your decisions. This refinement is Allah polishing your heart for the new phase. Good character becomes your strength as you walk into the next chapter. Through this improvement, blessings become easier to sustain. Your behavior reflects your transformation. Old wounds may begin healing unexpectedly. Pain you carried for years starts losing its grip. Memories that once immobilized you now feel distant, and your heart begins embracing hope again. This emotional release is Allah removing barriers within your soul. Healing creates space for joy, clarity, and peace. Through this mercy, your new chapter begins forming with purity. Your trust in Allah becomes deeper and more unwavering. You rely on His guidance, knowing that His plan never fails. This trust becomes your anchor during uncertainty. It allows you to walk into the unknown with courage. Allah rewards a trusting heart with direction and clarity. Through this trust, you enter your new phase with confidence. New opportunities may appear in ways you did not expect. They might come through work, relationships, personal growth, or spiritual development. These opportunities reflect Allah's generosity. He opens doors you never imagined and provides paths tailor-made for your abilities. Each opportunity is a sign of His favor. Through them, your story expands. A sense of peace enters your heart even when your circumstances are not perfect. You feel grounded, hopeful, and balanced. This peace is a sign that Allah has planted reassurance within you. It prepares you for transitions that might otherwise feel overwhelming. Through this peace, you become capable of embracing growth without fear. Your heart begins adjusting to the new phase. You may find that your ambitions become more meaningful. You no longer chase what impresses people. You pursue what pleases Allah and uplifts your soul. This shift in ambition reflects maturity and spiritual awareness. Allah aligns your goals with purpose so you can rise with dignity. Through meaningful ambition, your path becomes stable. You step into a future built on sincerity. Your appreciation for blessings increases. You recognize small acts of kindness, simple moments of joy, and quiet experiences of comfort. Gratitude softens your heart and attracts more goodness. Allah promises increase to those who are grateful, and He fulfills His promise with generosity. Through gratitude, you prepare yourself for greater blessings. Your heart becomes receptive to divine favor. You may experience a new level of self-respect. You no longer tolerate what harms your well-being or compromises your values. This empowerment is Allah reminding you of your worth. You begin setting boundaries that protect your peace. Through this strength, you rise into healthier environments. This self-respect signals your readiness for a new phase. Your capacity to forgive may grow. You let go of grudges that once consumed your energy, choosing peace over bitterness. Forgiveness liberates your heart from emotional chains. Allah grants ease to those who forgive, and He replaces their pain with unexpected blessings. Through forgiveness, your spirit becomes lighter. You enter your new phase without carrying the weight of the past. You feel a sense of readiness even if you do not know what is coming. Your heart senses that change is near. You recognize that Allah has been preparing you all along through growth, clarity, patience, and healing. Each step was part of a divine arrangement leading you to a chapter filled with mercy. Through this readiness, your soul embraces the future with trust and hope. Pain has a way of shaping your soul in ways you could never imagine. What once wounded you may become the very force that elevates you. Allah allows certain hardships not to break you, but to carve out space within your heart for blessings that cannot be understood at the beginning. Through struggle, He prepares you for a relief that carries wisdom. You begin to see how deeply pain refines your character. The very thing that caused heaviness becomes the doorway to transformation. Hurt often forces you to reflect on aspects of your life you previously ignored. It pushes you to question your direction, your choices, and your attachments. As you rethink your path, clarity begins emerging where confusion once lived. Through this clarity, Allah leads you to decisions that reshape your destiny. The pain becomes a teacher guiding you toward insight. Healing begins with understanding. There are trials that remove illusions you held for years. You start to see things as they truly are, not as you wish them to be. This clarity may feel painful initially, yet it becomes one of the greatest blessings in your journey. Allah reveals truth through the very experiences that hurt you. Through this unveiling, He frees you from attachments that would limit your growth. Relief begins with truth. In the depths of pain, your dua changes. Your words carry sincerity, humility, and depth that were never present before. You call upon Allah with a heart stripped of pride, trusting in His mercy more than ever. These heartfelt supplications are precious in His sight.